Right, how's it going, everybody? I am going to be doing a little bit of a live reaction to the Honor of Kings Worlds GDC 2025 announcement trailer, because the last time we saw anything about Honor of Kings Worlds was obviously when the iPhone 16 series was being launched, and we got that little bit of a tiny nugget into that it would obviously be played the best on the 16 series and stuff like that. So I thought I would do a little bit of a reaction for this one, because it is a game that I'm very excited about. I'm very invested in Honor of Kings already. So going for Worlds, I mean, I loved Genshin kind of games. So for something that's going to hit very familiar to me, I really am excited for this Honor of King Worlds, just to kind of thicken out that whole lore of Honor of Kings. So let's stop rambling. Let's get straight into it.
Look, the wonder is just up there.
Man, look at that world. Woo! I'm assuming this is like where like all the players will be, sort of thing, kind of like those big like cities. Oh, there's Motsu. Huge. I really wonder how like the class system's gonna work. Whether you just kind of like see a hero. There's Motsu again, some bin as well. Damn, I didn't realize Motsu was so big. But yeah, to me it looks like you get to pick like your hero and they are their own classes. But man, look at this gameplay, dude. Like, this is gonna be PC, mobile, I'm assuming maybe even console, maybe? But like the fact how like grand these monsters are really give it kind of like a throwback to Final Fantasy 14, a little bit kind of like a Souls type kind of boss battle, it seems to me. But this world seems rich. There's a Yao. There's Mulan. Whoa! Wait, what? You can switch heroes? Ah, so yeah, kind of like Genshin and Wuthering Waves. That's huge. But the thing I like the most about this one is kind of like, I really want to know the story of it. Like, that's the thing that's really drawing me into this game. Low-key kind of looks like Wukong, but with a fancy mask on. And is huge. Ursim? I don't think that is Wukong, though, right? Not with that name. Not with those skills. Ooh. That's the thing that excites me as well, though, right? Like, are these going to be some of the things that come into Honor of Kings, the actual MOBA, at some point? Oh. The music's funky, man. Music's funky. Honor of Kings World, baby. I mean, it's definitely something I'm going to be keeping my eye on for even more. Oh. Is it Wukong? Nope. Oh, okay. So I kind of just want to go back at these kind of things. So like these shots here, like really like paying kind of respects to the lore of Honor of Kings, that a lot of the global players, including myself, don't quite know the full limits of this lore. But like Motsu being this tall is pretty like a huge kind of thing, with some bin there as well. But overall, we've kind of seen that there is going to be the use of the heroes that are already in the MOBA. That's going to kind of be your classes. You do see that you have that player that's available in the Chinese servers that can take on many different roles in terms of depending on what weapon he has equipped. So I'm going to be interested to see if that is actually going to be one of the cases within this one. And maybe the heroes are just going to be either playable characters or like companions that come along on your journey within this RPG. But I'm very excited about it. There is a lot of kind of great scenery and stuff like that. I'm trying to find it, but like in terms of the action as well, obviously this is the manga. You kind of see that there is going to be a bit of a party system as well. So hopefully it's going to be more multiplayer than like Genshin is. But yeah, this is going to be super duper exciting, I feel. But like these kind of boss battles, like I was saying earlier, they seem like very grand. Like the size of these like monsters and stuff like that. Like these bosses. Let me just go back to this one here. Like this tree thing where we see Mulan kind of like approaching this tree. Like breaks out the ground and becomes like a whole different kind of monster. I feel like these kind of things is just going to be like the separation from what Genshin, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zero Zo, whatever that one's called. I think this is going to be what separates that from the rest of them. And I think that's exactly what they need to do. They don't want to just have like another washed kind of product that's in an already saturated market. And bringing heroes on board from MOBAs makes it a lot more kind of... You're going to come back because you know that your main in the MOBA may be coming into the game. You're going to be able to obviously... Gotcha is definitely going to be an aspect of this, right? Like pulling those roles and stuff like that to get those heroes that you want to play. But yeah, I mean, this is very interesting that they've like focused this very much around the boss. This boss here, I think his name's like Airsim or something like that. So there's already going to be like, you can already see like a narrative or a drive for narrative with this game as well, thanks to the, this very short 2-minute trailer. Like you see this guy go into like one mode where it's kind of like very like melee orientated. He then pulls out the fans as well, so he's kind of like ranged, and you can kind of see that you have like this little health gauge here. So again, a little bit of a throwback for me personally. I know there is like stamina gauges and stuff like that in Genshin and stuff, but for me, this is more like Breath of the Wild, kind of like Zelda type things. But in terms of what's already been displayed on the screen here, you can kind of see like the health bar down here as well as your mana, I'm guessing it is. You do have like passive active items that you can go for as well. I'm not too sure what this is. Maybe this is like lock on or something, maybe. But here seems like where you kind of switch up. So this is definitely seeming like it's been played on PC because you've got the QERT here. But yeah, stance broken as well. So there's clearly like a... there's going to be a mechanic that you have to kind of like work on the weakness, right? Kind of maybe more like Monster Hunter in that way, where you kind of have the... You break the monster down, and then all of a sudden it kind of has like a very vulnerable state. So I feel like that might be a mechanic in Honor of Kings world as well. But yeah, you can see Wu Yan's hammer here. So again, I think this is kind of like the person you are going to play, or majoritively going to play from default. The rest, I feel like when you get heroes in there, like we saw Mulan, we saw Yao, we saw Mengye, we saw Sun Bin, Garo, Modsu. I feel like those are the ones you might have to put like money into and stuff like that. Maybe buy with like in-game currency. But yeah. But this here, like, seems to be like there's going to be phases to the boss battles as well, right? Like, I mean, towards the end here as well, when he comes back on the screen, this Airsim. Loki looks like Wukong, like a lot like Wukong, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the mythology. Obviously, Honor of Kings plays heavily on Chinese legend and Chinese mythology. So I can see there's going to be a lot of that bleeding into it. But yeah, that's my initial reactions, a little bit of the afterthoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and are you looking forward to this game? Because I've already stated it. I am, and I'm pretty sure those people that are generally, or those players that like games like Genshin, like Wuthering Waves and stuff like that, are definitely going to be interested in this one. So yeah, let me know. Leave a like, leave a sub for more content. Obviously, when this does drop, we will be streaming it. We will be making content for it. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I will catch you on the next video.